I am Noah Meckling. I'm a Procurement Forester for Yoder Lumber Company. I'm responsible for purchasing standing timber and supervising our logging crews. Yoder Lumber promotes sustainable forest management, and they can meet any individual landowner's objectives. This may consist of wildlife management, forest health, such as doing improvement harvests, or their goal may be strictly just timber for the sole value of it. One of the first things I do with the landowner is meet with them on their property and do a walkthrough of the property to describe what a timber harvest is, how we will harvest the timber, and what it will look like afterwards once we are done. A great example is Mike Callison, whom we've worked with on several different harvests over the years.
Normally, I believe timber harvests are for the purpose of revenue. You know, timber is an asset on your property, and you harvest it in order to turn one asset into another, namely cash. That wasn't our motivation. Our motivation was to enhance our property for wildlife, particularly for hunting, but for all wildlife. We actually had an experience the first time that solidified the relationship with Yoder Lumber. We had a contract that we signed, and Eli was quite insistent that before they ever set foot on our property to harvest timber, that we would have a check in the full amount of our contract. We had a check in hand before they ever set foot on the property. They came on the property, harvested timber, put the roads back in shape, did everything that we wanted. That's the definition of an honest man. We would not have considered any other source for timbering this property other than Yoder Lumber. Nobody else will look at it.
Based on the landowner's objectives, we may use single tree harvesting for a landowner that would like a lighter harvest. We also use clear cutting for a landowner that is interested in wildlife management, such as white-tailed deer or ruffed grouse. When I'm selecting trees, I put a slash mark around the trunk, and then I put a paint dot at the base of the tree to identify that tree is to be harvested. When selecting trees, I pick trees that are being crowded out by other trees. I also may pick a tree that is diseased, deformed. During the harvest, I work with the logger to ensure that they are following the harvesting plan. And this is to make sure they put in water bars and doing the reclamation where it is needed, putting the grass seed down, putting mulch down where it is needed, ensuring that the right trees are being harvested. We also use directional felling. This will reduce the damage to the residual trees in the stand. The logger will use a wedge while he's harvesting the tree to angle it in a different area that would be open versus an area that might have some nice young oak trees that would get smashed in the process. Yoder Lumber Company and our loggers are master loggers. This is a certification that ensures that our loggers are up to date with all training that is involved in harvesting timber. We have a strong contract that clearly states our intentions, and it has followed through the whole entire process of harvesting. We have a reputation of being honest and providing fair market prices, sometimes higher than current market prices. Yoder Lumber looks forward to meeting with you in your woods to discuss your opportunities for harvesting timber in the future.